Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Sales Off update video. And today we've got something pretty exciting to show you. I have two new shots that have been added in along with the previous shot. So we have some more context to the shot that you guys saw last time. Before I go on talking about how these shots were made and the process here, let's go ahead and take a look at the new shots that have been added to the story.
Wow, that sounds like a great time. I just got a game about fishing.
Not to derail this conversation, but I'd love to talk.
Anyway, so we used to sit and chat about the weather and family and politics and such as people do while we ate lunch. Oh, I almost forgot. There was this one time. This one time. We weren't really, getting any bites, and we were waiting for a while. Fishing.
Yeah, no bites. Right.
So now you saw a little bit of context of what was going on in the conversation. You saw that Vincent was interrupted by Watterson, and we're kind of in the middle of Watterson talking about this fishing story. This shot, particularly with Watterson, was really fun, but it was also a little intimidating, and I knew that from back even when we were writing the story. I knew that these opening shots with Watterson were going to be really key. Not only did the dialogue need to be interesting, but the characters' emotions and the way that they're moving needs to be interesting, because that's what's carrying the scene. It's not action, it's not crazy stuff going on, it's just dialogue. So here we are in Blender, and this shot, particularly with Watterson, I want to focus in on. The other shot with Jake and Vincent is very similar to the last one before. This one with Watterson, first of all, you notice Jake and Vincent, all you could see are just the armatures, just their skeletons, basically, because we only see their heads. And if I go into the camera mode here, you can see this line around here. Everything inside this box is what we're going to see, and everything else we're not. And there were a bunch of other props in the room that I also got rid of because they just might eat away at some of the rendering time when it's not even necessary. One of the things I had to make sure with this shot was that Watterson's hand would not intersect with the desk, which is one thing I had to tweak a little bit, making sure that his elbow, was resting on the desk. This was definitely one that I filmed reference footage for, paying attention to how my hands are moving, if I'm laughing, or how my shoulders are moving. If you notice coming up here.
There was this one time.
Right here. You can see his shoulders move. You can see his whole body kind of moves too as he's laughing. And Justin's performance here was really fun. There's a little moment in his laugh that Justin adds that's real distinct. And I kind of made Watterson react almost like, oh, is he okay? Is he having a heart attack or something for a second? And then like, oh, he's fine. Like, just real quick, just a funny little motion there. To highlight a certain part of the laugh that Justin did. There's a couple of things I want to show you regarding animating Watterson's face. One of the things that is important is to make sure that his eye line is correct. So what I actually do is render a frame from the main scene and then just put that in this file and line it up so that I can see, oh, that's where Vincent is, so his eye line is going to be there. And same with Jake over here, just to make sure he's looking in the right direction. And then sometimes as well, like with this shot, when I have Jake kind of nudge Vincent, I make a note of what frames those points were, like when he starts and when he actually hits Vincent, so that when I'm animating their faces, I can make them react in time. That's another thing that I make sure that I do. Another little technique that's really fun is to give Watterson's face kind of a three-dimensional look. I just sort of move his hair, his hairline, and his ears, and then also moving his chin a little bit sometimes so that it looks like he's looking up and down like that at an angle. Real subtle little things sometimes, but subconsciously they make a difference. This is the mouth library that's pretty much used for all of the characters, and there's just kind of neutral ones and then smiling and frowning. So I'm also paying attention in the dialogue and based on the context of the scene if he should be smiling or not. And in the beginning he's smiling a bit, He goes a little bit neutral toward the middle because I wanted to have sort of a pause for when he remembers, oh, I have a funny thing that I forgot to tell you about this story. And then we really have him smiling and laughing at that point. And then at the end here, when he suspects that maybe Vincent's not paying attention, he's kind of, getting he's not smiling anymore. So that too. So it's not just the pure lip syncing, like mouth open, mouth closed. It's also how does that play into the facial expression as a whole. So you have to think about that too. So that's just a little update to the project to show you where it's coming along. It takes time. It's a slow process, but this is the payoff, is watching these characters come to life and watching the story come to life right before my eyes. It's really exciting, and it makes me excited to continue animating shots and seeing how this story comes to life. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.